just a clean stream. Thanks for tuning in, we see your name. Whether first time viewer or back again, we're here to teach, to chill, to grow. No BS, just the stuff you want to know. Subscribe to AutoFetishDetail and shine like a pro AZ. Like, share, subscribe, that's your crew. The streams for car care and people like you. We keep it.
Okay, party people, here we have on your screen is ShineLikeaProAZ, which is Sean's channel on YouTube. So think of Sean's channel like this. He takes my long form content and he slices and dices and puts it through his magic machine and comes up with short form content. You can think of this like the Cliff Note version of my long form videos. He is streaming on that channel. And then there's me and my channel, AutoFetishDetail. Most of the videos are what's considered long form, where I go into great detail.
That was it.
Dude, I think I laughed through the
I saw you.
entire. You saw me?
Yeah.
Oh, you could.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it.
You like? I knew you like it. I was afraid you
Oh
were
my
gonna love
gosh.
it or you're gonna hate it.
No,
So-
that is just, and the lyrics, like
I know.
it's just
Hmm.
like you nailed it. And so, because I did listen to the lyrics,
Good.
and they're just so spot on. And I know because I've worked with enough AI,
Yeah.
and I know you do,
Yeah.
and I know what you have to feed it. I know how you have to prompt it and how to constantly tweak it and tweak it and
Yep.
tweak it and prompt it and prompt it. So I know those prompts came directly from you,
Yep.
and they're just spot on. And so I just thought, oh my gosh, this is brilliant.
Can you see how it took me 40 hours to do?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what's, in fact, there's a kind of a meme that circulates in the AI world, because it's literally something I tune into every night on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
When I'm eating dinner and afterwards, it's
Yeah.
a subject every single night. But they, and I don't remember exactly how they word it, but it's basically like, oh yeah, use AI, because it'll be better, but then do it yourself so you can do it quicker.
Yeah.
And it's true, because you spend so much time finessing it and tweaking it, because like you're simultaneously amazed by the skills of AI, like what it's capable of, but it how do I describe it? As you observe that happening, it gives you more ideas.
Yeah.
And so you're like, oh, what would be cool is if it said this or did
Right.
that, or I need to tweak this part of it. So you come back in and you retweak it, and you're like, oh my gosh. And so you're constantly retweaking it, because it's like you evolve with it
Yeah.
in a good way, but it becomes so time consuming. And so that's what's kind of the irony at a level. It's like, okay, I could have whipped this together in, let's say 15 minutes. And I don't mean your song. I'm talking about my projects that I use AI on. But the reality is I know it's not going to be anywhere as good as AI. But so then it becomes like, oh, I know I'm going to go down this path. I'm going to be into it. And like just last night, over an hour on this project I was working on. It's like, oh my gosh. But the end result is just like, wow, like that would take me probably a week's worth of time to get that end result correct.
Right.
Anyhow, so no, dude. I could not stop laughing.
I figured, like you said,
that was so good.
There's so really quick for the audience. That is I created that song. It took me 40 hours to make. It took me actually a week, 40 hours a week, and I worked on it day and night. And there's a music video coming out tonight at 7 p.m. on my channel, ShineLikeaProAZ, and it's a 4-minute music video, which I'm gonna be playing tonight on a live stream at 7 p.m. We're gonna all watch it together. And if Darren liked that, I know he's gonna love the video. So
you probably don't want to give us any
No.
hints,
no.
but is it an entirely different video, or is it a longer format type of version?
I'm not gonna say anything. You just have to watch it.
Okay.
I'm gonna ruin it. But anyways, let's
tried, audience.
Let's continue to the topic of today's video. Oh, here we go. Here's Dos Segundos.
Yeah, Dos Segundos.
There you go.
Welcome aboard.
Dos Segundos, like the intro.
That intro is good. Very funny.
I'm glad you like it. And by the way, we are the only auto detailing live stream channel on YouTube who has a custom intro dedicated to the host and co-host of the stream. No one else has that.
I can see that now, and that is completely customized, like very specific to the two of us.
Yes.
Yeah, you nailed it.
And I think once you watch the actual music video, you're gonna like the song, because I actually been listening to the song not just to edit it, but I actually like the song. It's actually a good song.
Well, yeah, I know you're trying to keep us in suspense, but the song that I just saw, I even like that song itself also.
Yeah.
Never mind just the the silly dance moves that we had going on.
Yeah, it's 100%. So I grabbed, just so you know, real quick before we move on, that clip of you dancing and me dancing was from a 3-second clip.
Really?
So I extended it to yours is over 20 seconds long, and mine is like 18 seconds.
Yeah.
And I use that with my editing software. I was able to make it longer than it was.
Yeah, you looped it or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. Well done, Sean. Well done. That's cool.
As AI gets better, I'll be able to do more with it. But for now, it's very limited to what I can and cannot do. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I want to talk about today, guys. Darren already knows what I want to talk about. It's a very common thing that I see on YouTube. And do you want to take off there with it?
Yeah,
you already know what it's all about.
Yeah. So this very topic, in many ways, in a broad way, has to do with why I started my YouTube channel initially, is because I was a beginner at one point, and I remember the frustration I had in trying to figure out what was valid information versus garbage information, good advertising versus not, products that work, products that didn't, overhyped products, go down the list. I mean, I could tell you a lot of stories where I was asking people for advice. And when I started, as most of you will know, was well before the internet. And so when I say I was asking for advice, I was literally going to like paint and body shops.
Yeah.
I was going to stores, for lack of a better word, commercial stores that sold to paint body shops, because I really didn't know where to go. Like, we did not have dedicated detail shops like they do now. Never mind, there's no online to go to. And so I remember talking to these guys, and now looking back, I can scrutinize what they told me and the advice they gave me, which was just garbage, just total garbage advice. But that's the problem with being a beginner, is you don't know what advice is garbage and what advice is legit. And so it's a theme that continues in every industry. It's not like the world of detailing has the market on this hyped up advertising and marketing. And that's, as I was saying, one of the reasons, probably the biggest motivator for me to be on YouTube, because honestly, I did not want to do it. But I just thought, man, it's frustrating to be a beginner. Like, maybe I could help beginners out and let them know the ways that I detail, that I have figured out, that are legit, that have helped make me money, helped make me successful in my detailing business. And so that's what motivated me. And so your point with this tonight's episode, Sean, was to kind of go through Amazon.
Yeah.
Just pick different topics. And this is where you guys, if you guys want to chime in and ask, like, play along with us and be like, okay, what's a good topic? I know you said one initially, Sean, which was, let's say you just bought a brand new car and it's got leather in it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so if you're a total beginner, as in you know nothing about car care other than you got yourself a new car and you just heard stuff like, oh, it's got leather in it. Leather is super special. I probably need something special to take care of my leather. Now, what you leaned into, Sean, was cleaning it.
Yeah.
And I have found, I don't know, I would say it's probably like a 70-30 split, where 70% of the people, when they have a brand new car, and I think I know why, is because if the car's brand new, they're going to accept that their leather's not really dirty.
Right.
So what they lean hard into is like, oh, I need to get a good leather conditioner on it. And I love that term. I need a good leather conditioner. Or it's kind of like they got a new car. It's like, I need to get a good coat of wax on it. It's like, oh, you wanted good wax on it? You didn't want a coat of bad wax on it? So it's just this, I find it silly. Anyhow, so the point is based on the type of car that you have gotten, whether it's brand new or used, seems to kind of be a determinant as to, do you go in search of a good leather cleaner or a good leather conditioner?
Right.
So that's been my experience with my customers. It's like, oh, I got to get, hey, Darren, what do you recommend for a good leather conditioner? It's like, oh, which that topic is kind of unique. And I will compare it to the topic of paint in general now, because modern day paint finishes, and actually the more appropriate term is paint systems. The reason it's a system is because there's different levels or layers to a paint, from the panel itself, whether it's made of metal, what kind of metal, or plastic, what kind of plastic, and then what goes next. Is it primer? Is it a protective coating? And then a primer? Is it then the color coat, then a clear coat? So there is different layers to it, which is why I call it a paint system, which is very similar to leather, but most people don't know that, because most cars, or I should say, the leather they use in cars, in virtually every case, is going to have some type of clear protective coating as the final layer of that leather, which is the good news. It's just that most people don't know about that. So that's what melts my brain, is that when I have a customer and says, oh, what's a good leather conditioner I can use? Because in my head, I know they're not touching the leather. They're really touching this clear coating that they don't even know it's there. So I think a lot of us have these visions of old school mentality, where we get a real leather baseball mitt and they talk about breaking it in. Do you remember those days, Sean?
Yeah.
Did you ever get a brand new baseball mitt and have to break it in?
When I was little, yeah.
Yeah. Do you recall what you used, if anything?
I used the baseball.
Yeah. So you just like kept it simple. You didn't try to get some kind of special oil
No.
and rub it in it and break it in and try to season that baseball mitt so it anyhow. So I think that's what a lot of people think with their car leather. It's like, oh, I'm gonna find the best, not just good, but the best leather conditioner, and I'm gonna work it into my leather, and it's just gonna make it better than it already is. And unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way.
Did
So
you want to go through some products to see what they have here?
yeah, do you want to pick?
You pick.
Well, I can recognize by that picture. If
Yeah.
you see the bottom level, the orange-ish looking stuff, I think it's called something honey, leather honey.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to click on
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Click on that one, and if you can, what I want to be able to read first is the front. Yes, exactly. So leather conditioner. Is there a way to enlarge that so I can read the finer print? The
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
bullet points down
Yeah.
below.
1 second.
I know the one says non-toxic, water repellent, protects and restores, no oily residue. So see, these are just all kind of generic default, like non-toxic. Like, okay, toxic to what? Like when you read that, Sean, what do you think? It's non-toxic.
So does it mean that you can drink it?
Well, that's what's confusing. It's like, are
Yeah.
they referring to my health as a user or to the health of my leather? And
Yeah.
what would be toxic to leather? Like, okay, I wonder what they could possibly put in there that would actually be toxic. Because when you do a comparison or contrast and compare with other products. And let's say you've got, you probably can't split your screen, I suspect, right? Where you could hold up two or show two products simultaneously. Probably not.
No, with this,
Okay.
no.
So pretend that we've got Leather Honey is product A, and let's say we have another product right next to it, product B. But Leather Honey right at the beginning says non-toxic, but the other one doesn't say anything about toxicity. And so now in your little reptilian brain, you're thinking, well, shoot, I'm not sure which one's better, but this one says it's not toxic. So because I really don't know, I think I'm going to choose that one because I'd prefer something to not be toxic. It's like, oh my gosh, like, do you think brand B is going to put something in there that's toxic to your leather when the very essence of it is supposed to be a leather conditioner, which strongly suggests it's supposed to improve your leather? So right there, the item number one, non-toxic, it's like, it just frustrates me.
You got a comment there.
This is Darren on point, laying down the details. Very cool. This is why we are my primary reference on such matters. Yeah, and by that, Josh, you mean when you want your brain melted because I'm going to dissect something down to the, I'm going to peel back the layers on the onion till I find the core. I want to find the GD core of a topic. So water repellent, like, okay, water repellent. Now I'm going to like analyze that. It's like, well, does that literally just mean water it will repel, or does that mean liquids in general? Because I normally don't. Yes, okay, I bring water in my car. I drink water. But what about my other liquids? Will it repel those other liquids? Okay, protects and restores. Okay, protects from what? Like literally protects from what? And restores, like let's say I'm using this on brand new leather. So do I really want to restore my brand new leather into what? Like what's going to be better than brand new leather, unless it's suggesting that I can restore it to leather that's better than when I bought it, that somehow it'll restore it to like godlike qualities. So right there, item number 3, once again, I take issue with. And no oily residue. Number 4, okay, cool. No oily residue. I think we can all embrace that.
Well,
And
I think the whole thing is a gimmick, like you always say.
it has to be, meaning, does it work? It's like, okay, the simple answer is yes, it works. But right there, does it work? It's kind of like asking the best. What's the best? Well, you tell me what best means to you.
Yeah.
What does best, like, what are the metrics? What are the qualifiers that make a product the best? So this one, it's like, okay, does it work? Okay, let's define what work means in order for us to clarify that it works. It's like, oh, well, it works. It's like, yeah, it's probably pretty much as good as any other leather conditioner out there. Well, what's going to make it better? Like, I want the best. Okay, well, go on, Sean.
I was just gonna say Umberto saying hi.
Oh, sorry. Hey, Umberto. Welcome, my friend.
Umberto, also was gonna tell you, if you haven't had a chance yet, Umberto, go to the beginning and watch the intro.
Watch it, yeah.
And then come back here because the intro's completely changed.
Sean did a killer intro for us, totally customized for the Sean and Darren experience.
Yes, and also today, Umberto, at the end of the video, I'm sorry, the end of the video, sorry, the end of the live stream at 7 o'clock, I'm going to be showing a music video to promote our live stream at the end, which I'll show on here. But anyways, Darren, go on. Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're fine. I don't think you cut me off at all.
Okay.
Anyhow, so yes, you were saying, Sean, one of your last points is like, so it's just all BS. It's like, yeah, kind of it is, in many ways it is BS. Do we need to put leather conditioner on our car? I don't know. I've never been a huge fan of leather conditioners because I understand the clear coat aspect of it, which is why years ago when Tom Horvath first introduced me to his wax, the Q7 wax, as a non-staining formulation, and this is going back probably 20 years now, that blew my mind. It did, because it's so counterintuitive. Growing up in the 60s and 70s, you would use wax, and it's going to dry to a haze. And I don't know if you remember this, Sean, but old school wax, as in paste wax. This is
Yeah.
before I even think. I don't even know if they had liquid waxes back then.
No,
So
it
you
didn't.
put,
They didn't.
So you put on a paste wax and you let it haze up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it became this kind of chalky white haze, and you would come and you'd buff it off, and lo and behold, underneath it was just, perfection. It was just like, oh, that feels and looks so good. Um, so that was old school technology, and part of that technology, yeah, there's a perfect example.
Yeah.
And I bet they've reformulated that so it doesn't haze up with
Or
a white
or is
chalky
yeah, or it's not as
whatever
difficult to it's not as difficult to remove because the old wax was difficult to remove, and you have to be
it
careful
was.
because if you get through the seams or the cracks, good luck getting that out.
Yeah, and that's part of that haze.
Yeah.
But the added layer to that, which is where I was headed, is that if you get on black trim, as in trim that's porous,
Oh
it's
yeah.
going to stain it.
Yeah.
And I've literally seen, I don't see them anymore, but let's say 15 years ago, I would see cars occasionally where knucklehead didn't know that you aren't supposed to put old school wax on black trim, and they stained the crap out of all their trim. So the point is when Tom introduced me to his wax, not only was it liquid, but he said it was a non-staining wax. Like, you can use it on black trim, and I thought, wait, how does that compute? Wax, black trim, hazing up? Like, I'm so confused. My brain didn't comprehend, but I used it. It's like, oh my gosh, this stuff is a miracle. And so that concept altered my thinking with waxes and modern day chemistry and formulations. And so I really love that product. But then I thought, wait a minute. I knew that car leather has a clear protective coating on it as the final layer. Um, and it's a type of plastic. So I thought, I suspect I could use this wax on my car leather, and not only will it not stain it and turn it white, but it will actually protect it, because just like I would want to not let the clear coat dry out, I don't want my clear coat on my leather to dry out. So I started using the wax on the interior of cars, and it performed beautifully. And now we've got tons of products. And that's also where I mean, to really clarify the moment, because when I first met Tom and he gave me his products, he was not selling them on the internet. The internet did exist when I met him, but his products were not available. So that's where I discovered synthetic express wax by Meguiar's. And it said it's a non-staining formulation. And that's where I first experimented. And I did that so that I could tell the world, like, hey, by the way, you can use this wax on leather. And you can go back to my video where I started introducing that. I think it was on a Range Rover on my first video where I did it. I'm sure that video is over 10 years old. And so that was the brainchild behind why I decided to introduce people to wax, or using synthetic express wax as a final touch or a quick detailer on interiors. And actually, instead of using a leather conditioner, use the Q7 wax or the express wax
There it
as
is on
your
screen,
leather
Darren.
conditioner. Yeah, Q7. I noticed the intro, the whole dancing party people in 30 years. Yeah. Is
Oh,
that what you meant, Sean?
yeah, we get more comments.
Yeah, well, Sean is happy you like it. So am I. I loved it. I could not stop laughing through it personally.
Hmm.
Oh no, I remember using this so much white dust. Yeah, that white dust. And I don't know, Jimbo. I doubt you'd be referring to Q7 wax. I suspect you're referring to old school paste wax.
He was talking about he
Okay,
made the
'cause
comment when you were talking about it.
Okay, because the Q7 wax definitely doesn't do that. Oh yes, people used to apply wax and then run around with the car still wax not being removed. It was like a rite of passage showing when I clean. Yeah, I like that. My rite of passage.
Hmm.
Look at me, everyone. I'm virtue signaling by letting you know I wax my car, and you can tell because all my black trim is stained up now for life. once I started using spray ceramics, that's it, never touching wax again. I agree. I don't, yeah, I mean, and that's what's frustrating once again, because they've got to blend new technology, and I don't mean literally. So let me reword that. So what they're trying to do is cater to two demographics. You've got the old schoolers, the boomers, whatever, like me, that are used to paste wax or liquid waxes, but they've got new technology out in the form of all kinds of all types of different polymers. You've got graphene, ceramic, fill in the blank, and they're calling it anything and everything. So they blend the two together, and now they call it like a hybrid wax, or a some type of like a ceramic wax.
There's on screen, Darren.
Yeah. Oh, I applied wax always. Is that what you meant by look on the screen?
I
Are you
mean
talking about the picture?
I mean the picture and the comment.
Yeah. So that's what I'm looking at, the ceramic spray coating, but there's no wax in that. See, if you pulled up some other turtle wax products, it'll say like ceramic wax. So they blend the two terms together, and their goal is to try to blend their demographic so they have a larger audience, so that they don't dismiss the one audience that wants a wax, or dismiss the other audience that wants the new technology in the form of ceramic coating. So they'll have waxes that are called ceramic wax or graphene wax or whatever wax. They still got to throw that wax in there, even though there literally is no wax in many of those products at all. So once again, and look at that black wax. Oh, look at that acrylic. So ceramic acrylic black wax. Like, okay, so there's a new term for us for the moment, acrylic.
Well, it's meant to, I've seen this all the time where they make certain products just for specific colors of cars.
Yeah, that goes back to probably 20 plus years ago. And I don't, in fact, I have a page on this. Is I think the keywords is color car wax. And what some of the products, and I think Turtle Wax was one of them, where they literally, with the package of your wax that's colored, and they kept it very simple, like black, red, yellow, white, I think were the main colors you could get. Black, red, yellow, white. Yeah. And it literally came also with a crayon type of wax pencil that was colored. And so the goal was to use that wax pencil and push it into the deep scratches in your car, and then come back over it with the colored wax that matched the color of your car or the closest color to it. But I don't know. They obviously didn't catch on because there's very few companies that are making any kind of colored. Zymol, I think, has a black wax. There's very few companies that have it because it just didn't catch on. I think that's one of those areas where people just realize there's a bunch of BS. Ceramic all-in-one wax. See, there you go. It's ceramic and wax. It's both. Well, which is it, griots? Is it really both? Maybe. I don't know. They could tell us anything they wanted to, and they package it in the right colors and the right wording, and we're going to buy it. Turtle wax on, wax. Oh, turtle wax on, wax off. No thanks. You know what, though, Jimbo Slice, they do have some products that I have found pretty user-friendly, as in the user experience is pretty good. For example, I think it's called the wet wax. Can you look that up, Sean? Turtle wax, wet wax. It's got, I think it's a black bottle, but it's got yellow. Not that, but it's got.
I know.
Okay, it's got yellow to the graphics, and I've been using that, and I got to tell you, it's very user friendly. It creates a nice shine. It beads. There it is, bottom left. Yeah, click on that. That should be it. Yep, ceramic wet wax. And there we go again, the ceramic with the wax. But I like it. Is it the best? I have no idea. Depends on what you mean by best. Is it going to last the longest? I don't know. What's it going to protect against? I don't know. I just know it looks good when I'm done. I know it's easy to use, and I use it while my car is wet. And since I do the waterless wash method, so when I wipe it half, like let's say half of a panel, and it's got all the water left over, I spray just a single spray, wipe it up with a dry microfiber, and it's like, bam, looks good. It was hard for me to believe spray on, wipe off could be as good as the hour it took to wax a car by hand, but it is even better. Exactly. I agree. It is even better. And I didn't believe it at first either, but it's like, wow, like modern day technology. Putting aside the BS that they have to wrap these products in with their packaging and marketing and their hyped up language, the products are cool. I was doing it in the early 2000s to not that long ago. Yeah, it, not that long ago, and yet way long ago. Turtle Wax made their graphene wax too. Yeah, Turtle Wax pretty much has made every conceivable variation of a wax product possible. It'd be curious if there's a way. I wonder if AI would be effective at this. I bet it would. And the question would be, which retail product line has the most products when it comes to products for paint, car paint? And I'm curious who that would be. Chemical guys and Turtle Wax, I suspect, would be neck and neck as to who is the leader on developing the most diverse. And I wouldn't even call it diverse, because diverse kind of suggests that they're different. I suspect the only difference in a lot of these products is what they decide to call it and the color and the smell of it. Everything past that is probably the same.
The problem with that question is it's not going to give you the answer you want, because it would take me a while for it to give me the right answer.
Well, I'm not sure how to interpret that, what you just said.
AI is not where it is. Like it can answer basic stuff and some stuff more complex,
Well,
but like
I would say they'd probably be pretty good at that. I don't know about you. Like, I subscribe to 3 AIs now. My first one was, I've dabbled in 6 different models, but I've never paid for any additional ones. So first one I paid for was Gemini. I find it very impressive. The next one was Chat GPT, more impressive. Thirdly, now my latest favorite is Grok. It's like, that's what I was using all day yesterday was Grok. Really, I don't know, just for what I was doing. I was actually doing some legal work. It is impressive. I swear by the Grio's green stuff. I wonder which green stuff.
I was on it already. Here it is.
Oh, this all-in-one wax. I think a few people in our audience have talked about this.
Yeah.
That might have been just last week. I don't really like the phallic symbol type of bottle. It's like the rocket they just sent all these chicks up into the. Did you see that?
Yeah, Origin Blue.
Yeah, I didn't know Bezos had his own.
Oh yeah, he's
rocket company. Like, what's up with that?
He's been competing against SpaceX for a long time.
Yeah, is this just a pissing match? Like, who's got the bigger phallic? Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-in-1 wax. I think last week there was a few people that had commented on how much they liked that product. Black wax was for color on dark vehicles. Yes, that was the intended marketing behind it. Has Jim K been here before?
I don't think so. But say hi.
Welcome, Jim K. They had blue colored wax also. So based on that, you guys even know about this, kind of suggests you guys might be a little bit older. Maybe not, but
it
perhaps.
is. Most of my audience, anyways, is 45 and up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right on. Jimbo Slice, yes, 3-in-1 from Griot's Garage, but also Seal and Shine from Turtle Wax is good. Yeah, I used to use a Turtle Wax product years ago, and I can't remember. I think it was a wash and wax is what they called it. I didn't really necessarily use it to wash my car with, but boy, I sure loved it. I heard Turtle Wax step their game up, and I have some of the hybrid iron remover. Interesting. And by stepping up their game, I'm going to interpret that to mean that they're trying to cater to the more professional mindset, as in people that know their way around the car as far as cosmetic car care. Because I suspect if you were to talk to the average car owner and you said anything about iron and their paint or decontaminating it, they would be clueless as to what you're talking about.
Oh, before we keep going, a couple people have already said that in the comments, but happy Easter, everyone.
Yes, that's tomorrow, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of how ignorant people are, like literally, I will in my own neighborhood. It's kind of a combination in my own neighborhood because I've seen probably now at least 6 different detailers in my neighborhood. And my neighborhood is not that big. It's a gated community. It's not that big. There might be, I don't know, let's say 120 homes perhaps, which actually sounds bigger than it appears because it's essentially like a football stadium
I've been there
with
many
homes.
times. I can attest to it as being small.
You can attest to it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But would you guess, I bet there's still 100 homes in this complex,
They're
which you think
just
like
they're very compacted together.
they are.
Yeah.
Well, it's what's called zero plot lines.
Yeah.
Point is,
Yeah.
yeah, point is they I have neighbors that have disposable income and they hire detailers. But then I see knuckleheads out washing their own car and they'll have a bath towel
Oh yeah.
using that
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
dry their car off. And
Yeah.
I'm going, oh my gosh, have you never seen a microfiber cloth? Do you not know how superior a microfiber, like if you just got one product or one tool for your car that'll make your life better, it would be that. But no, they're going to pull out a bath towel from their cupboard to dry their car off with. It's like, oh my gosh. Or I've seen some of my neighbors use their washcloth from the kitchen
Oh
to
yeah.
wash their car with.
Yeah.
And they just literally have like a running hose of water. There's not even a nozzle on the hose. They're just, got a hose, it's running, and they use it a little bit, scrub it, they throw the hose down, and it just like goes straight into the street. Scrub a little bit, bring the hose back up, rinse it. It's like, oh my gosh, could you be any more challenged?
Well, let's go through the comments. They're piling up.
Going to do that before I attempt a paint correction. Yes. Is it possible that at this point we are trending to the highest silicone content in these products? That is a very astute point, and I agree that yes, we are probably pushing maximum density on literally just adding more and more silicone, which is a valid point, really. And it's just like semantics or word games, if you want to call it that, with these manufacturers. It's like, okay, dude, you're just putting silicone in there. It's like, well, it's not just silicone. We don't actually use silicone like the other manufacturers. It's like, oh, you mean you're not using the same silicone as the other manufacturers? You're using your own special silicone, but you're still using silicone. Well, okay, yes. Let's see, we're on to graphene next when SiO2 is old news. Yep, that is the truth. And then we're going to be on to the next stuff. And by the way, graphene is pretty amazing. That's an amazing study. It is the strongest, what is it? The thinnest, strongest material that we know of, if I remember correctly. I have done a semi-deep dive on the subject, but it's been a little while. The tricky part is can you actually put graphene into a liquid product and have it retain the attributes of being as hard as it really is or as strong as it really is? Therein lies the deal breaker, because I say, no, you can't. I've yet to see a manufacturer prove that point. But it's got graphene in it, so I don't know. Power of suggestion. The purple Meguiar's tire shine is decent. I'm thinking when you say purple, I wonder if he means because they're hyper dressing, kind of has a blue tint to it, a very subtle blue tint, but I don't know about the purple stuff. I don't know what that would be.
I can look it up right now.
Blue origin that looks like the
Oh.
Space D. I'm trying to figure out what you mean by those. Oh,
There you go, Darren.
endurance tire gel.
It's purple.
Yeah, that's very purple. I suspect that is a true solvent base, or meaning there's different terminology they'll use for it. What I suspect is that it's not a water-based product. I suspect this is a long-lasting, high-gloss shine. So I'm going to guess that is a solvent-based product versus a water-based product, which is, once again, trade-offs. It's like, okay, if I want to be able to just put it on and not have to redo it in 2 weeks, the problem is dirt's going to stick to it, and so it ends up just making a sloppy mess if you don't clean it off entirely. And because those are specifically water resistant, they're harder to clean off, which means it's harder to clean the product and the dirt off, and so you end up putting a new layer over the dirt, and then you get this nasty buildup in it.
Before you go on, I think he's new. I don't think I've seen him before.
Aubrey and Keene. I think I remember that name.
You do? Okay.
So he's new. So welcome, Aubrey.
I think. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty good with names, but I'm not sure.
I don't recognize it.
All right,
and I don't know if the Purple McGuire's tire sawn is decent.
That's one. Yeah, you just read that one. I was just going back, but here's Umberto.
Blue Origin that looks like space. I don't know what you mean by that.
He's talking about
Blue Origin looks like the space dick. Oh, that's what he's saying. It looks like the space dick.
Yeah.
You could just write it out, Umberto. Hey, Brian, welcome back, man. Glad to have ya. There's people who wash their cars a few times a year, and when there's people who spend their Saturday night watching detailing.
Live on YouTube, yeah.
That's funny. I know. Yep. Catering to the latter. Indeed, Jimbo Slice. I see people washing their cars with any soap and media they can get their hands on. That's pretty much it. I mean, people, they just don't. I think a lot of people view their cars as far as the paint like their kitchen countertops, where it gets dirty, and so you're like, well, I'll just wipe it off, man. What's the problem? And they just don't know. And if they cared, they probably would learn to know. So I'm going to say they just don't care. Do ceramic spray sealants damage MF towels, or we need to soak them fast after using them? You know what? I have wondered that same thing, and I've kind of experimented dos segundos, and I suspect that there's a few variables there. One, not all ceramic spray sealants are created equal. So I'm of the opinion that some of them will wash out easier than others. And then secondly, how are you washing your MF cloths? Are you using a detergent that's able to break that stuff down? So it's kind of coming in the problem from two different sides. What's the product itself that you're using? Does it break down and wash away cleanly and easily? And then what type of detergent are you using in order to try to wash away those products? My test remains inconclusive. How about that? But I have wondered that very same thing myself.
There you go.
I put them on a bucket with all clear and distilled white vinegar or APC. Yeah, so looks like Umberto takes the time to deal with those independently, because I suspect that he has had the same concern. It is incredible stuff. Yes, Darren had the best detailing information on YouTube, hands down. And he spoke about being successful in business, not just detailing. You know what? There is a person that took notes. So thank you. I'm glad. Yes, the details, pun intended, were not lost on Aubrian. So yeah, I spoke of life skills, we'll call them. Business skills, life skills, not just detailing skills, self-development, business development. That stuff is messy as heck. Yes. Any of those solvent-based dressings, that's part of the trade-off, is like your sponge or your applicator pad that you're using. It's got like a limited shelf life to it once you infect it with a silicone or solvent-based type of tire dressing.
By the way, Darren, before you going, we do want to say thank you for Details Official to being here. He's also a YouTuber. We're YouTubers. Remember there's the
yes.
two brothers?
Yes.
They do live streams all the time, which I watch. So
Oh,
thank you,
nice.
Details Official, for being joining our live stream.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Happy to have you guys here. Thanks, Umberto. All clear detergent, I assume.
And yeah,
Yes,
Umberto's is
clear
correct.
detergents correct at 2 segundos. Yeah, you do want to pick, meaning I am a fan of the dedicated detergents for microfibers put out by the microfiber companies. The problem is most of us detailers, we're just cheap, and you're like, do I really want to pay that much for detergent? I got this other stuff that'll probably work. So I am a fan of the dedicated microfiber detergents. But with that said, I have recommended, for example, you can get clean and free something at Costco. It's very economical. It's got no fragrances in it. It's got no dyes in it. And so that is a clean detergent. But is it really formulated for microfiber textiles specifically? No, but it can work. Feel free to skip if you are sick of talking about sanding headlights. I need a portable. Oh, we're not sick of it, Jimbo. I need a portable 3-inch sander. Have either of you used the Mirka or the Flex? I'm looking at I have not. I suspect you haven't either, Sean.
No.
And you know what? You definitely need a sander. Like, you got to cut to the chase on those headlights. Honestly, most of the headlight restoration I did it by hand, because I never knew how many I was going to do. And so I thought, oh, I should get a dedicated sander, but then I never did. So suddenly in a month, I might do 3 headlight restorations. It's like, oh, I need to get a sander. And then suddenly I'd go 3 months and not touch another headlight. It's like, oh, maybe not. And I was already carrying so much stuff around me in my van, but you definitely highly recommend it.
Darren,
But I can't comment on either one of those.
you did a video on this product right here.
Yes, VRP. I'm actually a fan of that. I think it's a
Yeah.
good all-purpose. That's what I call them, all-purpose dressing, vinyl, rubber, plastic. And that's, for example, what's the difference between vinyl and plastic? That's almost like semantics there,
It's the same
but I
thing,
get
isn't
it.
Oh,
Essentially, it
similar.
is.
Yeah.
Let's say you've got a plastic threshold plate. Is that plastic threshold plate or is that a vinyl threshold plate? So if you're using this product or you're looking for some vinyl, it's like, oh, I've got vinyl upholstery, as in vinyl seating. Well, is that vinyl seating or is it really just glorified plastic seating? Doesn't really matter.
They're all synthetics.
It works. Yeah, it's synthetic and petroleum-based plastics.
I mean, it's fake.
Yeah, VRP, it works. I mean, I used it on tires. I've used it for many years, not exclusively, but I do like it.
Yeah.
Oh, the Merc is crazy expensive, like $800. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Well, I hope it's.
What the hell?
I've never even heard of that name, as an FYI. Merca. I wonder if it's electric or pneumatic. Put in Merca.
Oh, I spelled it wrong.
Sander. 3-inch sander. Is that it?
There's a 5-inch right here.
I've never heard that brand. I wonder where they're made.
I'm sure Umberto will let us know.
Yeah.
There's a 6-inch.
Well, there's
5-inch. I don't see a 3-inch.
Yeah.
Let me see.
But honestly, if you're doing enough headlights, which I think you probably are, Jimbo, I mean, don't underestimate having the right tool, because that can make or break your world.
It's right
truly.
here.
Look up Festool. Look up.
There.
Wow.
Look. It's 555 on here.
3-inch, 5mm. Damn. It looks like it's got some kind of a filter or capture system to pull the dust away. That does look like a nice piece of tool there. Look up Festool. See if they sell them on Amazon. I doubt it, but maybe. FEST. I think it's TOOL. FES. TOOL, I think. Oh, there it is. Festool. They make some good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. They don't even sell it on Amazon. I'm not surprised. That is like hardcore, true industrial strength equipment.
Well, they have it right here. Festool 6-inch over Sanders.
Where are you looking at?
Right
Oh,
here.
do they? Oh, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, my
They have a
bad.
6-inch.
Yeah, based on those price tags,
Well, it's
609 and
they're
509. Yeah, that's
expensive. Yeah.
some.
Got good reviews though.
Yeah, they make really good stuff.
Yeah,
So that
it's
might be an option for you, Jimbo Slice. I don't know if you've looked at the Festool itself. See if they have a 3-inch. Is that 3-inch, Sean? Oh,
no, it's
6-inch. See if
6-inch.
they have a 3-inch. I suspect they do. Yeah, you've done 3 by hand. It's a bitch. Yeah, it is a big bitch. A
Here's a
big
3.5.
nasty bitch.
Here's a 3.5-inch one.
549. Damn. But I'm telling you, they can save so much time and aggravation where suddenly you're like, in one moment you want to be a cheap ass, and then you're doing one by hand and you're like, oh my God, somebody save me. I'm going to spend that $500 or $600 for a sander, because it's, and not all headlights are created equal, just like not all oxidation on headlights are created equal. So I've done some headlights that were just real bitches, because pretty much every headlight's going to have its own clear coating on it to protect it, just like the color coat. But my opinion is that the clears they're using on headlights are inferior. They do not last like the clears on the paint. And so when you're restoring a headlight, my opinion is that you want to remove that clear coat, the original clear coat, 100% as you're removing the oxidation. And that can be really brutal.
There it is.
It's the Bentley of
yeah.
Palm Sanders. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Would that be the Festool or the
No, either
Merca?
one.
I wonder.
Merca. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say the Festool. I mean, I don't know where it's made. Could be German. I'd call it the Porsche of Tool or Sanders. Yes, from Costco, the free and clear with distilled white vinegar works great. Okay, yes, a detergent free with scents, that is liquid, no solids, and distilled white vinegar keep my. Yes, I've used vinegar on my microfibers also, and that has proven very effective. Finland or Sweden or something, some one of those Norwegian countries. They're all the same, right?
Hmm.
It's
Okay.
this right here. Merca is like $1,000, and sometimes you can get them with discount codes, and it's made in Finland. Well, there you go, Umberto.
So yeah, totally Umberto. No, there it is.
Umberto's like the Shell answer man. Jeppo, Finland. So let's leave it to the Finnish. What do you call someone from Finland? Finnish? That sounds funny right in the moment.
Yeah,
Hey, are
I
you
don't know.
Finnish? Well, I'm not completely finished. I'm still a work in progress, so I'm not completely finished.
Hmm.
I want something battery powered, no plug-in. Oh, now you're getting picky on us, are you? Good luck with that. I'm now you're really out of my league. Yeah, do it totally portable. Well, I get that, but what if you brought like a little power pack, and I don't mean a generator. Like I have these power, they're
An inverter, or
what's that?
inverter, or like a
I don't think they call them inverter, but literally it's like your little portable battery,
yeah,
mobile battery packs.
yeah,
So this is a big one. It's like a 2000.
ampere.
Who makes it? I have 2 of them. The point is that I have solar panels that I can use to charge them up, but I can plug in my equipment. So I got them as backup, like if our electricity goes out.
Oh, okay, I see what you're
So
saying.
they're big. Man, gosh, it's on the tip of my
No,
tongue.
it's
So
not
it's
these.
something like that, except big.
Yeah.
It's a big full size type of thing to, like, you can plug your refrigerator into it and all kinds of stuff. So you could get something like that and still be portable, but not have to pay extra for a portal or a cordless actual sander. What about a drill? Too fast to sand, just need an adapter backing plate and buy the Velcro. Yeah, I mean, the drills can work. It's just my experience has been most drills don't go fast enough. And so it's just taking more time. Plus, drills typically, the ergonomics are not as friendly as a dedicated sander. So those are the 2 points that I would make is comparing a drill trying to do it versus a dedicated sander. Yes, finish. So you are finish.
Hmm.
Nope, I'm just beginning. I could bring an electric power station. Yeah, maybe that's what you could call it, electric power station. I don't know what they call them. I wish I could remember what this are called. It's a very popular brand. Power. Yeah, see something like that.
Yeah.
What is the one I have? It looks just like that black and red one, except it's black and orange.
Yeah, these are black and orange.
Well, it looks kind of red to my eyes right here. Oh wait,
Sorry.
Jackery. That's the brand I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it right there. Except mine wasn't 106. Mine literally was $900.
Yeah. Oh, this one
But it comes
originally,
with 2 solar panels.
this one originally was $800.
Wow. Does this come with solar panels that you can use to charge? See, actually, I think those are separate. So you can get solar panels to charge them up when you're out in the open. This kind of suggests that you charge it up at home and then you just take it where you want. But once you run out of juice, you're screwed. Oh,
No,
there we go.
There we go. It does have solar panels.
That's what mine looks like. Pass-through charging, they call it, which I'm not sure what that means, but okay. Those Merca are super silent. Well, we like less noise versus more noise, at least my ears. I already own the Grio's G8. It's great for headlights. I just want to get in, get out without a plug. I hear you, man. So I don't even know if they make I would think they'd make those sanders as
Battery packs.
cordless, but I don't know. I can't really comment on that.
Well, aren't they also the portable ones not as powerful as the ones with they're wired?
Well, that's generally the default answer.
Yeah.
And I would say that it still pretty much holds true, but I don't know. They really have come a long way as far as the battery power goes, as far as power and torque and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Jackery, yes, mine looks different than that, but that's the brand. And now that I think about it, I would not have been able to pull that name out of my head.
Hmm.
But I have 2 of those. I may just buy the Merca. It's quiet and smooth as hell. Well, sounds like a winning combination to me. I prefer DA, not rotary. Don't want to leave holograms.
Hmm.
Yeah, but with that said, Jimbo, is I suspect when you're restoring the headlights, you're putting a clear coat over it. So my secret, in fact, someone had to tell me this, and I don't remember who it was. This is years ago, because what I used to do is I would sand with 800 grit first and do the heavy lifting with 800 grit and then transition to probably 1200 grit and then 1500 grit. And then I would buff it with a rotary and a wool pad to cut to the chase, and it would look perfect. No, I could not see swirl marks or holograms on it, but I would just wax it. But if I was doing it now, what I would do, and I've experimented with this, is I would just start with 800 grit. And when you're done sanding it completely to whatever perfection you want to call that, it's going to be a matte finish. It's not going to be clear. But what's cool is if you take clear and you spray it on the 800 grit, it literally fills in the 800 grit sanding marks and it looks perfect. And now you just saved yourself like 3 extra steps in there. And so A, you don't have to worry about the swirl marks. B, you don't have to finish it down by finer grades of grit or with a buffer, but you can test it out in your own world and see if it's not legit. But I've tested it out and it was like, damn, I could really cut to the chase on this. I know rotary's faster. I don't care to save 2 to 5 minutes. Okay, then go with the dual action.
A personal choice.
Yeah, apparently ShineMate is coming with a new polish similar to Merca unless they already have it. Normally Max Shine would do them like the others they have made. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't say I've kept up with all the different latest iterations in buffers and polishers. Flex PXE80 would work. I do have a 3-inch Rupes that I use when I'm doing my emblem removal jobs, and it's a corded 3-inch, and I really like it. Yeah, I'm strongly considering the Flex. Oh, Sean, it's 7:01.
I know.
7:02 now.
I want to go through these comments and then I'll play the video. I already downloaded it.
Okay. Front runner 2BH. 2B had 2B. I don't know what that acronym stands for. Glassweld sells one. They make the coating I use. Okay. Cool. I coat from 1,000 to 1,500 grit. It feels in it really well. All right. Well, I don't know. Give it a try. You might find that it coats just as well at 800 grit, and you might be able to save yourself a step. I mean, I don't know if you start off with 800 grit. Maybe you'll try that because that's going to do some heavy lifting big time versus 1,000 grit. So you might be surprised. I'm just telling you what I've experienced. Is that it?
Yeah, I'm gonna put the video right now. 1 second.
Okay.
Actually,
Are we staying tuned in for this?
Yes, of course.
Well, meaning, are we coming back and talking about your video?
You can if you want.
Are we
Yeah,
all
can.
supposed to check out?
No, you guys can watch it, and afterwards, I actually want to hear your opinion.
Oh, okay. I mean, we might lose a lot of people, but that's fine.
Sure. I don't care.
mean, I don't care either.
No, if
So
no one
you
wants
guys,
to watch it,
we're
go
going to
ahead.
be entertained by Sean's handiwork. So go for it, Sean.
Okay, 1 second. I gotta share the video. 1 second.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
I'm just gonna share.
Are you going to mute my mic
No.
so I can actually talk through it?
You can.
I don't plan on it, but
you can, but no one will be able to hear it.
oh, they won't.
I mean, okay, hold on a second. Let me just say the download party people video. He just saw it. Yeah, you guys can watch it separately, or you guys can watch it on here. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Well, Jimbo says he's staying. He's movie time. I'm staying.
Yeah, movie time. Stay. That's pretty.
Get
funny.
the popcorn.
Yeah,
and turn out the lights, Mom and Dad. It's movie time.
Share. Why is it not letting me?
Wait for it.
There we go. Video. That's not it.
Darren and Sean dancing. Yes, that was entertaining.
Okay, it's not letting me share like that. Okay, all right.
Is it playing hard to get?
Yeah, it's because the video is pretty large. So I am going to have to share it on here. Hopefully it works. Okay, so let's do.
Are you going to tune into your own channel now when you?
Yeah.
Well, if you started at 7, it would have just ended now because it's now 7:05. You said it's 4 minutes long.
It's a video though. You can play as many times as you want.
I get that, but anyhow.
Yeah, Dos Segundos. I'll tell you in a second. Let's watch the video real quick, and I'll tell you how to do it. He's asking this question. You want? I'll tell you. I'll show you which product to use when we're done.
We're all sitting here with bated breath. That's a silly.
Okay, here we go.
Term.
Let me just enlarge it. 1 second.
Wow, look at that thing.
5.
Okay. You can hear it there, right?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, party people!
That is cool. That's funny.
Darren's got 30 years in the game, knows every technique and every tool. But when he talks, it goes
That
so
is just
deep.
so silly.
You blink,
I'm gonna share that with my kids.
He's got knowledge, that's a fact. But forgets we want the fast track. He's not ignoring, he just cares. Sometimes forgets who's even there. That's where Sean steps up. Cliff Notes master tech, savvy slick. Together they flow, detail dream team. No fluff, no BS, just a clean stream.
You look so funny. You would have thought you knew how to dance.
Whether first time viewer or back again, we're here to teach, to chill, to grow. No BS, just the stuff you want to know. Subscribe to AutoFetishDetail and shine like a pro AZ. Like, share, subscribe, that's your crew. The streams for car care and people like you. YouTube chats where the questions drop. We answer real, no sales talk shop. Whether it's reels or badge removals, no gimmicks here, just real advice. You're not just watching, you're part of the show. You bring the laughs, the love of the blow, so stay in the loop. We're here each week, streaming live with the answers you need. Thanks for tuning in, for riding this wave. Subscribe, hang out, drop a
Nice, good old
line.
anime
This live
going in on
stream's
there.
yours as much as ours. We keep it honest. We keep it pro. So whether you're new or always been, thanks again. Let the questions begin. We keep it honest. We keep it pro. We keep it honest, we keep it pro. So whether you knew or always been, thanks again, let the questions begin. We keep it honest, we keep it pro.
The expression on your face, Sean, is a crack up. Of course, mine looks silly as AF, but
Thanks for tuning in, for riding this wave. Subscribe, hang out, drop a line. This live stream's yours as much as ours. We keep it honest, we keep it pro. So whether you're new or always been, thanks again. Let the questions begin. We keep it honest. We keep it pro.
That was it.
that was cool, man.
You like it?
Yes, that is funny AF.
I'm glad it was totally worth the wait. Then it was worth waiting a whole week to show it to you.
That's good. No, it's well worth it.
Good.
Thumbs
I
up.
like it. I was
2
gonna
thumbs up.
make more of those later, but this is I'm not gonna do it again for a while because it was a lot of work.
Yeah,
So
obviously.
a big ass file, it's almost 3 gigabytes, which is pretty big for a video file.
Yeah. I heard most of the lyrics, but when it's some parts that really saying a lot of lyrics in a short period of time.
You're just gonna have to watch it again.
I know. Yes, indeed. I can't wait to show my kids. They're gonna crack up. They'll be like, "Oh my gosh!"
Just go to my channel and tell them to go to my channel and watch it.
That's what I'll have them do. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
so,
funny AF, right, Umberto?
So that's gonna be our new anthem for our live stream. So our next live stream, I'm not gonna show the car video. I'm just gonna show the intro and then go from there. So,
Right
but anyways, to answer the question for Dos Segundos, what you need?
Yeah, the grime or the. He's talking about the calcium buildup, correct?
So it's gonna be a non-acid bulk cleaner. They sell on Amazon.
Non-acid?
Yeah, this works. NBC. This is what we use in janitorial. This one here.
This is for the calcium ring that builds up, or the color.
Yep. This will get rid of it over time. use this product right here. Oh wait, I gotta share it. Hold on a second. I'm gonna share it. You can't see it. Play share screen. There we go.
NABC. Huh.
So this is what we use in the janitorial
Bathroom
industry.
cleaner, ready to use. Wow,
Commercial.
$53 for case of 12. Big difference.
Yeah. So it's
Man.
this is what we use in the commercial industry, and this is all companies use this product.
And it really will take that. How long do you have to let it sit and dwell if the ring's built up?
You have to clean it multiple times. So it's not gonna just the first time. Depending also, I don't know how bad it is. It could be.
No, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
It's I suspect there's some dwell time probably if you've got a calcium ring that's been there for a while.
Consumable cleaner, but they don't sell on Amazon. You're gonna have to go to like a distributor.
Oh, really?
It's really easy to do. All you have to do is just go to a janitorial company or janitorial distributor. Just say you have a janitorial company, you have an account, open an account. They don't care, and then just get an acid bowl cleaner. And that's it. But
Are you saying bowl? Are you saying acid bowl cleaner?
Yes, that's what they call it. Toilet. Yeah. So they always say, just be careful when you use it with the acid because it can burn your hand. I've burned my hand with it before.
Yeah. Maybe you wear prophylactics on your skin and your eyes and your mouth, which none of us think it'll ever happen to us until you get a little splatter suddenly, or you flip it up with your brush into your face. Not good. We gonna funny AF. Are we gonna check out?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I love the videos, Sean. Thank you for your hard work on that. It's funny AF. So well done. And same bat channel and same bat time next week.
Yep.
Party people.
Yep. See you guys next Saturday.
Cool. Enjoy. Don't forget to share Sean's video with all your family and friends.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it again. That was on YouTube. I'm actually gonna go on YouTube and watch it again.
I'm gonna watch it myself.
Yeah. Yeah. All you guys do is just share it. If you guys can share the video, it's not just it's not just funny, but like to share the live stream. It's a good way to promote the live stream.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks again, Sean, and thanks you guys for tuning in this week. And we'll see you guys next.
All right. Later.